What's happening around the world? It's time for another serving of News Bites.
最近国内外发生哪些大事？午餐搭配 ICT News Bites， 慢慢的一口接一口吸收最新时事和趣闻。
Well, howdy there. You've got yourself another episode of News Bites. I'm Trevor Tortomasi.
And I'm Nancy Sun.
In today's news,
Taiwan offers mountain adventures.
Self-driving robo-taxis take off in China.
And scientists use human breath for gardens.
Stay tuned for more on those stories coming up next.
Top of Taiwan.
嘉义透过山林旅游争取穆斯林观光客。Taiwan's Jiayi woos Muslim travelers with mountain adventure.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jiayi? Usually, it's Alishan, Alishan. The mountain is famous for its sunrise, sea of clouds, and forest railways.
But the mountain is not the only attraction Jiayi has to offer. Recently, a group of Muslim tourists from Malaysia was treated to a trip to Jiayi. This was part of a travel promotion targeting Muslims.
Their itinerary, 行程, included Zhenwen Reservoir, 增文水库, recreational farms, and a park on the Alishan Range. This was part of the county government's campaign to promote tours that included halal-certified 清真认证 restaurants.
To be halal certified, the food has to be prepared according to Islam law, 伊斯兰法律. For example, Muslims do not eat pork, 猪肉. Even the cooking equipment cannot ever come into contact with pork. The animals used for food also have to be prepared according to Islamic ritual rites, 仪式.
Although the requirements are strict, the government is confident that there will be more Muslim-friendly attractions in the future. 嘉义县政府将致力于营造更多穆斯林友善景点。
Going global.
中国大陆无人驾驶计程车先锋潮. Self-driving robo-taxis are taking off in China.
Imagine hopping into a taxi and realizing that there's no driver. This is a goal that car manufacturers are working to achieve. In China, one company might have just gotten closer to making it a reality.
AutoX announced that it had rolled out fully autonomous 自动驾驶 cars on public roads in Shenzhen. Previously, companies operating autonomous vehicles on public roads were required to have safety drivers inside.
AutoX currently has completely removed the backup driver or any remote operators, 远程操作员, for its cars. The company released a video of its autonomous vehicle navigating 导航 on its own through the city's downtown area.
The video also shows passengers getting in and the vehicle veering past pedestrians to perform a U-turn. The CEO says the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated the need for contactless service, 无接触服务.
This led to the acceleration of the development of autonomous artificial intelligence, or AI. 新冠肺炎的疫情加速了自动驾驶系统人工智慧的发展。
Although the AI for autonomous vehicles is not ready to go fully public, the developers are hopeful that the time is near. So don't be too surprised if you don't see a driver in your taxi in the near future.
Today's feature.
科学家使用人类吐出的二氧化碳作为花圃的肥料。Scientists use carbon dioxide from human breath as fertilizer.
We all know that when there's too many people in a room, the temperature rises. This is partly due to the CO2 that we breathe out. It traps the heat, causing the temperature to rise.
However, in Boston University, researchers put the gas to good use. They directed the CO2 coming from a campus building's exhaust vents, 排气口, to a rooftop garden. They grew 2 groups of the same plants, corn and spinach, 菠菜.
The CO2 was directed to one group, but not the other, and control fans were installed to enable the researchers to control the amount of CO2 reaching the vegetables.
Over time, the researchers discovered that the spinach with CO2 grew up to 4 times larger than usual. The corn also grew up to twice the usual size.
Other elements might have contributed to the growth of the vegetables, but the researchers are optimistic, 乐观, that the system can be improved and implemented, 实施, in many buildings. The concept of taking high concentrations, 浓度, of CO2 from human respiration, 呼吸, and using it on a rooftop farm is exciting.
Who knows? Maybe rooftop gardens might produce better vegetables than farms one day. 或许大楼屋顶的菜园有一天会种出比农场更优质的蔬菜。
The recap.
So, in today's News Bites, a group of Muslim tourists from Malaysia was recently treated to a trip to Chiayi. It was part of a travel promotion targeting Muslims and included a visit to Alishan with halal-certified restaurants.
And a Chinese company called AutoX is making fully autonomous cars for public roads in Shenzhen. AutoX currently has completely removed backup drivers and remote operators for its cars.
And researchers in the U.S. directed CO2 gas from exhaust vents to a rooftop garden. Over time, they discovered that the plants with more CO2 grew up to 4 times larger than usual.
And that's today's episode of News Bites.
This week, we want you to have your say about feeling thankful. Many people in North America celebrate a holiday called Thanksgiving, when they get together and give thanks. But no matter where you live, there are so many reasons to be thankful. So, what are you most thankful for? Record your message and send it to newsbites at icrt.com.tw with your name and age, and if you'd like, the name of your school. Make sure to send us your recording by Thursday at noon, and you might hear your message on our show on Friday.
ICRT 与教育部国民及学前教育署下次继续和您聊新闻。ICRT App 和网站也能重复收听。
More local and international news next time on News Bites. Brought to you by the K-12 Education Administration. Find past episodes available on the ICRT website and app.